What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here. Recording, I want to cover what I think is going to happen on Monday due to the actions that just happened at a Madden tournament in Jacksonville, Florida. Well, it's highly unlikely that you haven't heard, but there was an incident where, from what it sounds like, one of the competitors lost, probably a very important game. And this is what has been reported. He decided to have a weapon with him, and he took it out on at least four other people, and 10 injured. You can see actual footage of a laser sight on one of the competitors. It's pretty crazy. I'm not sure if the live feed actually went out or not. The video I saw, it kind of cut away. Don't need to see it to know. You can hear the audio of what's going on. It's nuts. You can see a laser dot. Now, that would make me think there may have been some previous beef between these two competitors, although maybe it was just that the guy had a laser sight on whatever he had with him. And this is what is going to happen, okay? Gamers will be blamed. Toxic masculinity will be blamed. And the ease of getting firearms will be blamed. What we have are the actions of one fucking idiot. One extraordinary sore loser. And the conversation will, of course, be hyperbolic on both sides. And I think this time, because it happened at a gaming tournament, we're going to be facing even more of kind of that narrative that it's a toxic masculinity, that it's gamers. And I would say, if I have any advice, being through this a million times already now, is to remember that that's probably not the situation. Just like in all these scenarios, it's the actions of one crazy person. Just like it'll be funny to watch people who say, hashtag not all Muslims, put out articles on Monday about problems with toxic masculinity in gaming, and men have a problem, and all firearms owners are problems. You'll see those same articles from people who are like hashtag not all, except for when it's about white males, and particularly gamers. This situation is bad. I wish that it wasn't the case. I wish that everybody's first move wouldn't be to politicize it. That's my point. Is we're going to see like that moron David Hogg pop up again. You're going to see all this stuff pop up again. When the fact of the matter is, 2 weeks ago, there were 66 shootings in Chicago. 66 in one weekend. Okay. There is a major problem with violence in this country. I don't deny that. But it's also important to remember that we don't know anything about this gentleman. We don't know if he was even legally in possession of the weapon he had. And that people will take this situation to paint, for example, all lawful gun owners. By the way, Chicago is has some of the strictest gun laws in the country. And it's also easily the most dangerous city to live in. More dangerous than downtown Baghdad by some statistics. So my only advice would be try to keep a cool head about it. We're going to see so many articles attacking men. So many articles attacking lawful weapon owners. And all this is clickbait, a way to push a political agenda. They'll use it against, for example, video games outlets will use this against toxic gaming culture. Political outlets will use this against conservatives or Republicans. Everybody's going to have their own angle on it. And if you choose to engage in the conversation, just know that, I have an agenda too, right? My agenda is to both predict what's going to happen, but also try to have a counter narrative. Obviously, I disavow this man's actions. Okay. I disavow violence. But I also disavow politicizing stuff like this, making it bigger than it is, using it as a vehicle, just like people use video games as a vehicle for social justice, comic books as their vehicle for social justice. This too will be used against men. It will be used against gamers. It will be used against masculinity, and it's incorrect. We're talking about one event ever at a Madden tournament, okay? Probably one event ever at a video game tournament. This is not a trend. This is not something that everything needs to change for, okay? This was one incident. I fucked up one, but don't let people suck you into conversations that blow this up into something way bigger than it really is. And when they try to say, oh, well, we have a gaming problem, how come those same people aren't writing articles about Chicago? How about those same people? How come those same people aren't writing articles about gang violence? Because it doesn't fit their narrative, because they have to say things that make them uncomfortable sometimes. And it's messed up that I just know what Monday's going to be like. I know that the articles are already talking about, masculinity and this, and that's why I don't want to make the video about the event. The event happened. It's messed up, but it is not representative of anybody but that one person who made a terrible decision. And it's going to be bad for video games. It's going to be bad for men. It sucks for the victims, obviously, and their families. You're going to see a lot of the whole hopes and prayers versus we must knee-jerk reaction and ban everything. Okay? Keep perspective and don't let people paint you as something you're not. Just remind people that this is just like when people say, the same thing about Muslims. Let's just be honest, right? Guns don't kill people. People do. Well, bullets kind of do. But you get my point. So just don't get involved in politicizing this. Don't even, we'll cover it maybe. And we'll talk about, I'm sure there's going to be some nuclear hot takes on Monday, maybe even later tonight. But, man, it sucks. Not a good thing to happen to anyone anywhere. But I just know what's going to happen on Monday. It's going to be gross.